one of my homeboys got shot. His name is Jose. They call him Wino. He got shot in the leg. Now he's paralyzed.
Martín. Sí. Ven. Mueve los pantalones. Ayúdame, no. Ya me debo de que... Ese cabrón no paga.
Sometimes I feel like, you know, they get tired of me, you know, the people get tired of me. Give me this and give me that, and do this and do that, and, you know.
No vayas a tumbar por abajo.
They were my enemies. We were doing some bad things to them, you know. We killed some lady from there, but that's a part, you know, how I get shot. Everything is different now. I was starting to get a boxer. I was doing fine, but they stopped me. The gangs. I'm not angry.
Where can I go?
Right now, I just want to go to school, you know, and do my business, and that's it. Go to school and go to school, you know.
When I was first starting, to me it was a joke. It was just a game. But then in time, I realized that it wasn't a game. It was war. Just like the war that just happened, you know, it's just fighting each other. And it's really stupid because we ain't fighting for nothing that we own. The neighborhoods is not ours.
Good enough. Let's pull your tricycle right over here. Come on, let's pull your tricycle right over here.
We come into this one location and all of a sudden who's there to greet us but a little kid, 3 years old. For whatever reasons, the parents are not around him. He's a very tough little boy. He has been on the street for a long, long time.
You sleepy? You want to be in the movie with us? You want to be in the movie with us? See what they're doing here?
It makes you sensitive towards the fact that environment is everything. You can see it. If this child was getting exposed to a person even reading a book, he would accept it.
Don't laugh, okay? Don't laugh, Jojo. Don't laugh. Whatever you do, you're on camera, so don't laugh, okay?
He is the future gang member because he's out on the streets and he sees it going on and he's attracted to it.
We're a third generation Ramona Garden family, and my only education was gang style of living. I would look at the older homeboys and all right, and that's what I'm gonna be. You know, if not, I'm gonna be better than them. I'm gonna be better than them. You know, and I achieved that status. I got some guys that are not gang members on.
Jerry is a respected veteran of the Hazard. His help was crucial in Hazard territory.
One of my ways of getting out of Ramona Gardens was through being in the gang. The whole bit that goes with it. Prison was a thing that I wanted to go to. It was in college. You know, I didn't want to go to Stanford or USC or something. I wanted to go to San Quentin. You know, I looked forward to that. You know, and I didn't get to San Quentin, but I got a Folsom, which I think is maybe a step higher even. You know.
These kids go from being streetwise gang members into prison, and when they get out, then they think they can start their lives. They don't see alternatives to the gang life because that's what's happening all around them.
You know who we are? Yeah, I know who you are.
Before you say that, before you do that, it'll be a situation where you grab them like this, you got them like this, and you say the line. In the stash house scene, members of the gang sort out and cut the different drugs that they're dealing.
The blues hanging like that. You always go like this to make sure that it gets down to the bottom, and then where's the spoons? I need an eighth of a spoon and a tablespoon. Joanna, how do you know? Watch a lot of people.
She reads a lot of books, huh?
No, I watched my parents do it.
I need some more stuff over here, huh? You'll be cutting.
Every kid in this scene is a gang member. A lot of them have been involved with drugs, and you could tell by the way they work the equipment.
And as he cuts it, you start to see his face materialize inside the mirror.
Step on again, Holmes. Not too much. JD wants a good count. It's gotta be right. Our name's going out behind this.
It makes me nervous looking at all the... not being able just to chip a little things, brother.
Business, man. Then we'll think about taking a little bit off the top.
Capone was a godsend. He was born and raised in Hazard and has lived his life totally.
You struggle here and you gotta find a way of making money, and robbing got old and stealing got old and drugs seem to be easier to make money. And my easiest way was, at the time, was pushing PCP. I was liking it and I was living the fast lane till I hit the wrong car and sold to the wrong person, and that's what started my career in institutions, juvenile hall, and then juvenile camps, and then youth authority, then state prison, federal prison, back to state prison.
You guys ready?
The intent of the scene is to show what are some of the prices that one has to pay when they play the game.
Drop the gun! Now! Back up against the wall. Down on your knees, put your hands behind your backs. Now! You know who we are?
Yeah. I know who you are. Now breathe. Deep. Breathe. Cut! You all right? You all right? All right. Look here, take him outside. Clean him up.
You looked up to these guys that sell dope on the corner. You look up to these guys that can ride a Mercedes or a BMW in the community. You see all the cash that's rolling around, and the little youngsters that are looking up to them are wondering, well, when am I going to be up there? Not knowing that when they get out there, they're going to go to 20, 10 years, and it's going to break a woman's heart. It's going to break your parents' heart.
We lost one of the youngsters the day before yesterday, I guess. They found $50,000 cash and a kilo of cocaine and guns and ammunition in his house.
They found some raw cocaine and started saying whose was it and stuff, and that was it.
You allow them an experience in hopes that they will end up being able to use it in some way. And
Let's have a rehearsal now. Meet the actors.
it's fruitless because of the usage of drugs like PCP and cocaine. It gets to be really difficult to see them come out of it.
I live in a very poor neighborhood and stuff, and I always wanted good things. I'm addicted, I'm addicted to money. I gotta have money all the time. The lifestyle is good, but people are jealous because they ain't driving what you got, and they ain't wearing what you got, and people gotta go to work. And me, I don't have to go to work, I get up and I do what I want, and I sleep as long as I want.
Okay, you ready?
Ana Lizárraga, our gang negotiator, also played a part in the film.
You gotta go.
Okay. And focus back after she goes out.
In one of the most stirring scenes, she finds her grandson overdosed on the bathroom floor.
Then I'll just back up. That's all. dealt a lot with ODs or kids that want to die or kids that had died. And whether it's an OD or it's a drive-by shooting or whatever suicide it is, you know, kids are still taking their lives away. They're playing with dynamite and they don't even recognize it.
Do I think it's worth it? No, but you know, when you get started, it's like, you know, you just can't stop till they put you away, you know, till they really, really put you away. They gave me 4 years. 4 years. Freedom taken away, you know, wake up 6 o'clock, go to breakfast, and program day by day. Being at the top, I was always used to, but I could still be at the top when I get out, but I just got to do it legally. I don't want to come back and go through the same routine over and over, you know, and next time it'll be more time that I get if I get caught.
Folsom Prison near Sacramento is where a lot of the gang kids wind up. Many spend their entire adult lives behind these walls.
That's how it goes. With me. Well, I'm not a rebel, but I'm known to rebel against ignorance, keeping my brothers in jail, or hell, whichever one you are living in, friend. And if you think it's hell, you never been in the pen. Homeboys is doing time waiting on an appeal. Attitudes get adjusted till we fight, but still human lives being took, characters are destroyed, and when the gates rack, it's not funny no more. And it's hard to stay together in a two-man cell. To make a long story short, the pen is here. To me, and every brother that I know in the pen is running one marathon with a dreadful end. To reach the dark shadow at the Indian Road is a chance you'll take with the word parole. Another man trying to tell you how to live your life, how to raise your kids and treat your wife. Beat the clock, but you won't beat time, and you will never choose the world out of here. My rhyme, cause every episode of writing's coming fresh from here. Just like the book of life is what the devil fear. By trade, I run the mic with the best of skills, dropping knowledge on paper with a pen and wheel. I'm not wise as now, but I'm wise enough to understand ain't nothing changed and the world is rough. Don't claim.
Folsom Prison is a maximum security prison. 1/3 of everybody here is doing some kind of a life sentence. About 1/3 of everybody we've got here is some kind of sex offender. So having all you civilians, 88 civilians coming in, is taking a chance, taking a big chance.
So point you say, go that way. Or you'll say, go up that way. When you go up that way, you go over there, you wait for me, or you wait for the white guy with
We actually convinced the prison to let us use real inmates as extras in many of the scenes.
I don't know what you gotta do, you know? It happens. But when it happens, you do it.
I'm moving these guys out in the yard right here, kind of facing each other, and then do some exercises in this area. Well, I'm the leader. Leader ain't got exercise. Leader ain't got exercise. Leader just watching.
There were only 7 actors on the main yard when we were filming there. All the rest of the hundreds of men out there were real inmates of Folsom.
As far as I know, it's the first time thing ever to happen here, where they have allowed people from the outside to come in and dress as convicts. It made a lot of stress on all the gunners when the situation was occurring. I was concerned about if something was to happen and I have to fire my warning shot, would I be firing at an inmate or would I be firing at an actor?
One day while we were filming out in the main yard, the alarm sounded and some guards came running by. A moment later, an inmate was rushed by on a gurney. We had no idea what happened, but we imagined it had been some kind of assault or stabbing.
He got hit over the head with a weight pile, like a round weight or the dumbbell. But it happens all the time, it's just because racial stuff, you know what I mean? Somebody disrespects someone else, and they just start, getting off on each other.
This is a different world from out there. It's dangerous in here. It's dangerous. It's real dangerous in here. Because there's people in here that ain't got nothing better to do but be dangerous.